I was unsure if I was actually going to post this video as things didn't go the way we wanted them to, and I kept delaying putting it together until I thought to myself, regardless of the result, it's still going to provide some insight into what happens in the boxing world. So that's what this is. It's a video of what happened in the fight weekend between Zelfa Barrett and Jazza Dickens. So I've arrived in Manchester now, and I'm going to be staying here for 3 nights at the Kimpton Clock Tower Hotel. So what I'll do is I'll head back Sunday morning ready for football. And I've stayed in this hotel a few times now, and it's always been with boxing. So just got really fond memories of it. It's a very old-fashioned, old-school hotel, but it's just stunning, to be honest. If you've ever been, you'll know exactly what I mean. Just a beautiful hotel. The rooms are massive, and as a bonus, you always get a fridge in your room, which not all hotels give you. So that's a massive bonus. So I know it's a little dark and the lighting's not the best, but buzzing to be here. Absolutely love this hotel. So what I'm doing first, before I go and buy Zelfa's food ready for his reload strategy, is I'm just having a little munch myself. If you can see that very well. But we've got some chicken sausages, avocado, which just tried to escape. Got some broccoli, got some beetroot, and we've got some carrots hidden in there too somewhere. And then I'm also going to have some lentil cakes. Not rice cakes, lentil cakes. Now, I could eat this in Zelfa's room, and he wouldn't mind, by the way, but I just don't like eating in front of boxers who are making weight. Just psychologically, I feel it's going to add more psychological stress and fatigue to them watching somebody eat food when they're about to make weight tomorrow. So they're not having a great deal. So I'll eat this food, then we'll go see Zelfa, and we'll get his stuff ready for the reload. Take my feet, eat the meat. That is Thursday done. We've arrived in Manchester, we've checked into the hotel, we've got all the stuff for the reload strategy, which I'm going to show in tomorrow's footage, and we've actually got a weigh-in at 10:30 AM officially, and then there's a 6 PM ceremonial weigh-in. Now typically in the UK boxing scene, that is, we'll usually weigh in around 1 PM, 2 PM. So for me, we've now got an extra few hours to weigh in and then reload, to get more fluid in, to get more salts in, to get more carbohydrate in. and start replenishing those glycogen stores. So for me, I much prefer this way. Now it's well past my bedtime. I normally try and get in bed by about 9:30, 10 o'clock latest, and it is currently 10:30, so a very, very late one. However, before I go to sleep, I try and read something. Just takes my thoughts off the day or what's coming up the next day, and as soon as I read a few pages of it, completely switch off and want to go to sleep. So I'm reading one of my all-time favourites, A Short History of Nearly Everything by Bill Bryson. If you haven't read it, you should. Absolutely fantastic book. But that is us done for the day. I'll see you tomorrow.
$1.29 6 ounces.
Nice one, pal.
You're good, aren't you? I can tell you're good. Are we playing for cert? Yeah, but I think he wants to wear the shop to get their own colour. Yeah, we are. Looks like it's...
See you all later.
Oh, he's sick guy.
Game, set and match. 2-1 winner. Good standard though. But no one beats Pete Bell at table tennis. Gito. So that's Zelfa all weighed in now, and we're up to stage 2 of the reload strategy. So what I'm going to do is, while Zelfa has that food and has that fluid, I'm going to crack on with a bit of work, and then the next footage we'll be heading to Cafe North, where we'll be doing phase 3 of the reload strategy. So just done a quick 5k before we head over to phase 5 of the reload strategy. I had to think there. Phase 5 of the reload strategy, which is going to be a Nando's, which we're going to get probably a chicken pitta with double rice, maybe some chili jam in there, and we'll see what else Zelfa fancies, but roughly that's what it'll be.
Title fight of the night is Mr. Eddie Hearn from Matchroom Boxing is proud to present 10 rounds for the WBA International Super Featherweight Championship. And his opponent now making his way to the stage, professional record 31 victories, 2 defeats with 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Manchester, England, here is the reigning and defending WBA International Super Featherweight Champion, the Brown Flash, Zelfa Barrett. Barrett.
I'll say goodbye.
Now to the scale, Zelfa Barrett. 936, 9 stone, 3 pounds, 6 ounces for the Brown Flash, Zelfa Barrett. Zelfa Barrett, Jazza Dickens, 10 rounds, WBA International Super Featherweight Championship, Matchroom Boxing, live on the Zone from Manchester, England.
So that's the weigh-in day all complete, and no matter how many I do, and I've done a lot now, it's always a big relief when you get to the end of the day and your boxer has safely got on the scales. So my job is just to make the weight as comfortably as possible, as safe as possible, and get the fighter ready to perform to the best of their ability when it comes to fight night. So we've made the weight, and then we've focused on getting the fluids in, the salts in, the carbohydrates in, and obviously all those additional calories as well in order to fuel the body up ready for tomorrow night. And it's also just about managing digestion. So you could say, well, just give them 1,000 grams of carbs and 10 litres of fluid. But remember, your digestive system and your kidneys, they can only actually filter through and digest and absorb and metabolize a certain amount in a particular period of time. So we've just got to manage that appropriately. And then tomorrow, the glycogen stores are going to be pretty well replenished, but we're still going to get another 2 or 3 good sized meals in there. Again, just continue fueling up, ready for fight night. So I'm just on a morning walk and I'm visiting old places that I used to regularly go. So obviously I was a nutrition student here for 3 years and I lectured here in 2023 as well. So I'm going past the buildings that I used to study in. I've just gone past the library, I've just gone past the gym I trained at. And what I'm finding is I'm feeling extremely nostalgic. And I don't think we appreciate things until we actually look back on them. So same with Edison. Like when I see clips of him or pictures of him when he was a bit younger, I kind of just say to myself, you know what, I wish I enjoyed that a little bit more at that time. And that is the exact feeling I'm getting right now. Just a really special place, and just trying to remind myself that the moment I'm in now, with the boxing, with Edison as a little boy, that I'm gonna look back on this, I'm gonna look back on this video and like just really wish I appreciated it. So yeah, feeling extremely grateful, but also nostalgic this morning. Also, when I first moved here, I was told that Oxford Road, so this road here, is the busiest bus route in Europe. So it's got the most amount of buses going through it every single day. I have no idea how true that is. Maybe I'll get it verified and before I put this up. But it seems that every other vehicle's a bus. Very, very busy road. So it's now 2 p.m. and we're going to head to Nando's for our last meal before the fight. So this is going to be the pre-fight meal. And we're expecting Zelfa to fight around 7:15. So therefore that leaves us with around 5 hours. Now bearing in mind it's 2 now, got to get to Nando's, order the food. You're talking between 4 to 5 hours for that food to actually digest. And if Zelfa gets peckish between after that meal and the fight, well, we'll use things like honey and rice cakes. Things that are just going to settle nicely in the stomach and they're not going to be too heavy. And obviously keeping on top of hydration as well. But yeah, this will be the last meal before we head over to the arena.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're coming back in time.
He wears black with silver trim. He scaled 9 stone 3 pounds 6 ounces. Professional record, 31 victories, 2 defeats with 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Manchester, England, here is the former world title challenger and the reigning and defending WBA International Super Featherweight Champion, Zelfa, Ground Flash Barrett.
All three for your winner by unanimous decision. And the new WBA International Super Featherweight Champion, James Jazza Dickens.
So back at the hotel now, and it just wasn't Zelfa's night. And the thing with boxing is, the highs are the highest of highs. It's unmatched how good it feels getting the win, but then unfortunately someone has to lose, and that feeling, the lows are really, really low. It's an absolutely brutal sport. It might look glamorous on the telly, might look all fancy and entertaining, but it's outside of that moment, it can be a really, really tough sport, a bit of a dark sport, to be honest. Really brutal. What fighters have to go through and what they put themselves through and what they dedicate to it. And it's a lonely sport. It's only you in the ring, so yeah, I guess my perspective of it and what I'm thinking about right now is that I'm just grateful, extremely grateful, that Zelfa's just got out of that ring in good condition, healthy, and can live to fight another day. It's only recently that we obviously lost John Cooney, which was one of my clients who say he lost his life to boxing in the ring. So that's really stuck with me, in the sense that winning or losing in a boxing ring is a different matter entirely to this. So for me, I'm just sat here thinking, you know what, I feel like absolutely awful about Zelfa losing. I'm just trying to tell myself, you know what, Zelfa's healthy and he's going to live to fight another day, and he's going to be back in that ring, and he's going to show the world he's world level, because he really is. His ability is ridiculous. He's an absolutely fantastic fighter, even better human being, and he will be back. He will be back, and we just rebuild from that. So, not the ending I was planning for this video, to be honest, but I'm going to be transparent, going to be honest about it, show you what the sport's really like and how rubbish it can be, actually. But like I said, just focusing on the positives, and yeah, we'll end it there, and hopefully you got some bit more of an insight into what goes on in the boxing world.